on, guys? It's your boy Coldbreaker00X, and I'm here bringing you another live stream of 2K16. And today we'll be facing off against the Chicago Bulls. Unfortunately, as you guys can see, like in the video description, we're currently, or in the description below, we are currently on a one-game losing streak. It seems like every time I don't stream, I have a really good game, and it's a good game that I lose by 2 points. And so far in these games, we just haven't been able to close or seal the deal. So at first I wasn't going to stream this video because I figured it'll probably be another blowout game against Indiana. But Indiana's team is constructed almost just like ours. So there was a really good team, really good fun challenge. And we're facing off against Chicago Bulls. Now anything can happen. It might be a blowout game. It might be a boring live stream. But I decided, hey, anything can happen. So why not live stream it? Plus, definitely on the next live stream, be facing off against Golden State. But you guys want to see the stats of the game. Paul George had 36, Deion Waiters had 18, was Marvin Turner or something like that at 18. If you guys want to pause the video, I'll just kind of go through it because I want to try to live stream Tekken tonight as well, since I didn't live stream that. Obviously I want to give you guys 5 fights on that, and then I might get UFC 2, so I'm not sure they'll come out with another UFC 3 game, or EA Sports will come out with another UFC, and I'm definitely hyped for the Conor and Mayweather fight. And that's pretty much the stats. So let's go ahead and jump right into this game. Currently 11-2, Chicago 7-6. Thought already I did this. Guess I didn't. We're going to put in Delhi. Yeah, I did pick up Matthew Dellavedova as well as one of the roster moves I also currently did. I had traded. I forgot who I traded. I have to go back and check. Not really too important, but I traded a player for picks, future picks. And then picking, I was actually surprised to see Matthew Dellavedova on the free agent market, so I decided to go ahead and pick him up. And then Iman Shumpert is obviously still hurt. Go ahead and jump right to the game. So that we're currently 19th ranked defense. Offense is 3rd, overall 6th. So trying to get our defense up. I mean, from watching the game, it seems like we definitely have one of the best defenses.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith,
Connor,
and the Diesel,
don't know if you
Shaquille
guys
O'Neal.
watched the press conference.
Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against
YouTube
the
channel
Chicago
live stream,
Bulls.
and it
For
was
Chicago, they struggled in this matchup last
loved
season.
it.
Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny,
Not the hype
is
that
it
it's
too
gonna
much
be.
to expect him to return
I think it's gonna be pretty
to his
spectacle.
former level, his MVP level? Well, maybe.
So they have Kelly Olynyk, Paul Gasol, Drew Gooden, Jimmy Butler, and Derrick Rose. So they definitely can spread the floor. I wish I was able to keep Kelly Olynyk. Thing against this team, I want to limit perimeter shots and force them inside. Definitely want to crash the glass. Think we have just enough inside presence.
Thanks for joining us
Where
live for NBA
we can
basketball
challenge their
on
shots.
2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the home of the Cavaliers, Quicken Loans Arena, as we are in Cleveland, Ohio. And, of course, Michael Beasley. Even with him gone, they've shaken it off quickly and have really come together as a team.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the one, with Butler is the two. Goodwin out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Olynyk in at the 5. And here are the Cavaliers, defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Come get in my poster. Oh, how did they not replay that? Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that perfect pass. Had the angle. He said, get in my poster, baby. Welcome back to Cleveland.
Defensively, when you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Butler in the corner.
Open.
Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Love. 26 points for him last game against Indiana.
Post.
Here's Dedmon. Can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
They drew a lot of fouls in that game, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Just lacked discipline defensively, Greg. I mean, that's why they got a lot of free points at the charity stripe.
6 to shoot. That's good. Butler's got 5 points so far.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
That's good.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
The Bulls have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Rose kicks to Olynyk. Love against Gasol. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Hill against Butler. Hill passes to Love. Shoots from 12. And he gets it to go. Love's got 5 points so far.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Here's Rose, and he goes in for the dunk.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And it's Butler missing.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
For 3, Smith.
Cash.
You know what? And in Chicago the other way, this game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
And the shot is good.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Gasol. He had 15 points last outing. There's the steal. Smith dishes to Love. Hill drives in. Rejected by Gasol. That's tipped. It's stolen by Smith. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Bulls trail by 4.
This is crazy.
Now here's Rose. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Washington.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the lines during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points. Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Gasol. Here's Smith. Really struggled in the loss against Indiana.
He struggled bad.
To the inside. The kick out to Irving. Breaks a big height pass and goes in.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Outside Rose. Oh, that's blocked.
Oh, was it blocked?
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Smith with the ball.
And if the shot's not there,
how was it in his hands that he just dropped it?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
There's the feed to Love. Good on the 13-footer. Love's got 7.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Let's go ahead and get these subs in. Damn. Deadman doesn't have stamina like that. I'll go ahead and get Love some rest.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the games.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Here's Hill. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Goodwin kicks to Olynyk. Shot from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. He has 5.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What did you find out, DB?
Team rebounding is something he stressed to his side, and rightfully so when you face a player that gobbles up the glass like Kevin Love. He told me that Love rebounds at an unreal rate, and his side can't take any mental breaks when it comes to boxing out on the defensive end. Love's numbers validate that fear, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Rose gets to Gasol. There's a good screen. Smith against Butler. Here's Olynyk, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. Fourth, the Bulls.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Move shot.
That's good from Babbitt. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis is checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Fournier is checked in for Goodwin. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Here is Brooks. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. He dishes it to Mirotic. Here's Butler. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here's Snell. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Butler on the wing. Butler missing again. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Irving passes to Babbitt.
Post him up.
The jump hook, and it's good off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Butler can't get that one to fall. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Irving kicks to Babbitt. Pass to Snell. Here's Babbitt. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Irving for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Butler's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And the rejection by Smith. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Simmons is checked in. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And so here is Chicago. They trail by 1. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his first basket of the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Perry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Now Brooks looking for his first basket still in this one. And Butler gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Simmons. Babbitt from long range. It's rebounded by Portis. Chicago leading. Here's Mirotic.
No way. Nobody
kicks the ball. But they recover. That is good. Fournier's got his first points in this.
I try to get the ball. They won't
and
let me get
already
the ball.
they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
That's not
and the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And that's all. Chicago will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Cavaliers. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, Chicago, 4 games back.
Well, I think for Cleveland, any fears of a regression for them this season have been laid to bed. They're an elite team yet again, and they're poised for a dominant stretch run here.
Looks that way to me. I mean, this is a team that appears perfectly primed for a deep run into the postseason, as long as they don't suffer any unforeseen injuries or setbacks.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
All right, my man, now send me a text message.
Butler with room to shoot. Here's Mirotic, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
I'll tell you one thing. They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the first half.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And that one falls from Mirotic. Here's Dellavedova. 1:58 left in the first quarter. They set the pick. Pass to Perry. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. Dellavedova's got his first points of the night.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Back on the championship team.
Brooks kicks to Mirotic. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. You know, his pace makes him really hard to keep track of, guys. I mean, if you lose him, he'll explode to the rim on you.
Brooks kicks to Buck. Rebounded by Snell.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's Simmons. Brooks covering. The dish to Simmons. Second shot opportunity, and he hits the layup.
Just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's Brooks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now here's Butler. Defense right on him. Offensive rebound. Portis. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
I like that defensive effort. I'd rather them have to go to full length of the court.
16 seconds left in the first quarter. Fournier dishes to Brooks. Kicks it to Mirotic. Moves back up. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Man. Get out of here with that.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he can't get the first one. And Cleveland making a change here. And he's good on the second. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Picked his pocket. Simmons can't get it to go.
Dang.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Bulls lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable just because.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's.
Not only is he happy, but
actually might be 10 matches since I didn't last stream.
Those guys love playing
last
with him,
time.
and you can see how the
I might
change
give
of
y'all 10
scenery
matches.
rejuvenated the big Spaniard too.
Hopefully we get like a really good record.
And we got a close game here as we get back to
And
the
I
second
might
quarter.
do some injustice
Guys,
to
what's your take on the Bulls so far?
live streams as well.
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Oh, what the
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Kevin Love. He's out there with Hill. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Simmons in at the shooting guard position. Now, here is Hill. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Here's Love. Rejected by Gasol. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Goodwin. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. And here are the Cavaliers.
Let's calm down.
Outside Hill. Here's Dedmon, defended by Gasol. Right block shot. No luck. And it's Chicago the other way.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket.
He can make that, but I
Sometimes
can't
the shots
miss
just don't fall. How can you stop that? With the crossover that quick, that lightning quick, a defender has to be almost superhuman to stay in front of that.
And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Dedmon. Rose kicks to Gasol. And there's the pass to Goodwin. To the middle. And there's Mirotic on the assist by Goodwin. 8 points for Nikola Mirotic.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Dedmon. He feeds it to Dellavedova. 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Hill. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And here's Rose. 6 points for him. Here's the screen. Olynyk up top. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Love, no luck.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Feeds it to Dedmon. Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Rose. Dedmon passes to Dellavedova, and he uses the glass on the layup. Dellavedova's got his 2nd bucket.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Now here's Rose. He's covered closely. And Mirotic kicks to Olynyk. Cannot hit. And Cleveland the other way now.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively.
And Hill throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand, Jen. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here's Rose. 6 points for
what?
him.
How do we not get?
It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Simmons kicks to Dedmon. Hill left side. To the middle. Here's Love.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Checked in for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Gasol attacking. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Irving. Smith outside. It's Irving, top of the key. To the left wing. Oh, wide open look for Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 11 points for Love. Rose against Irving. Rose dishes to Gasol. Pass to Goodwin. Olynyk sets a screen for Goodwin. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The feed to Love. Puts up a three. Chicago grabs the miss. Olynyk's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Can't hit.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Wallace with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Olynyk with the steal.
Come on, man. You can't be losing the rock.
Gasol passes to Rose. The fadeaway. And the rejection by Love. Now Cleveland moving it up. Smith's running. For Cleveland, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. No good on that one. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jimmy Butler comes in for Mirotic. Evan Fournier's checked in for Goodwin. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Chicago leading. Passes it to Portis. Brooks with a screen on Love. Pass to Portis. He kicks it to Gasol. Shoots off the screen. That's good on the jump shot. Gasol's got 9 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Irving kicks to Dedmon. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Butler, here we go. Here's the foul.
Good stuff.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Irving. Love with the screen on Butler. It's tipped.
No, I wanted to pass it to Love, man.
All alone. Whoa.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Fournier. He averages a little over 6 points a game.
Yeah,
a nice shot by Gasol.
That's their 3rd straight
I have
makeoff
double
and assist.
teams.
Great
I think
ball
like
move.
0. They still double teaming like crazy.
Irving against Butler. Irving dishes to Dedmon. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Here's Butler. The 15-footer. That doesn't go either for Butler. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Irving with it. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. And here's Love for 3. And that one's good. Love's got 14 points.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Gasol, a screen on Smith. Here's Fournier, covered by Smith. Lock at 6. Butler from outside. Here's Portis. And the rejection by Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. A platoon shot here for Cleveland. Chicago calls timeout.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there he didn't care for.
On the wing, Brooks, covered by Smith. The dish to Fournier. Fader on the wing. No good. And Cleveland the other way now.
Why is Smith in?
Smith with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Kicks to Gasol. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. He's got 11 points and 2 blocks. He's doing all the things you can ask of a player in the low post.
Definitely, it's the blocks, the rebounds, you name it, he's done it.
And the second free throw, good.
I want
the Cavaliers trail by 4. Smith kicks to Snell.
Oh, we got them all off track. Let's go.
Some solid defense from Butler. Well, Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Gasol passes to Fournier. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. Second, the Cavaliers.
You know, this team has been outstanding in terms of shooting percentage. Any team that can shoot this well can only give themselves a much better chance to win. They share the ball, they take high-quality shots, and they're always on the same page offensively.
Now, here's Butler. He's tightly guarded. It's picked off. On the pass to Simmons. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And Butler gets it to go.
Wow. In and out.
1:32 left to play here in the second quarter. And Simmons kicks to Babbitt. Pass to Perry. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Superb assist there. Played the role of maestro on that one.
Here's Gasol, and it's good. Assisting on the play was
They're
Brooks.
playing defense.
Brooks has got assist number 5 here tonight.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Now here is Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. From deep. The shot will not go. Nice D from Brooks.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Here's Fournier. Brooks misses.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. 6-point game. Pass to Perry. Shoots from 12. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Paul Gasol.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Cavaliers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And he makes the first. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 3-pointer, Butler, and the shot is good. Butler's got 18 points. There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Smith dishes to Babbitt. There's the pick. Gets it off.
And he hit it. Let's go.
Your 3 cut the deficit going into halftime. They're not going away.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Bulls out front, up by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by
that 3, but we can't hit wide
guys,
open.
I'm here with Kevin Love, and Kevin, facing a deficit at halftime, what do you guys need to do differently in the second half of this ball game?
Thanks, Josh. I mean, we're getting good ones. We're just, I don't know what it is. We had a day off. City got our legs under us in the second half. Come out, want a big run like we usually do.
It's a make-or-miss league. Kevin, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive
on the channel.
They converted those extra possessions into
life
points.
Revenge.
Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt.
Pull some goodies
the
out
offensive glass is going to pay
first
big
one ever,
dividends.
so I'm definitely excited for that.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They got to get more aggressive on the glass. Over the first half, we saw them being schooled down low. You know what I'm going to say, Ernie. Barbecue chicken. If I was coach in the locker room right now, they'd be getting an earful. Extra rebounding. Effort will pay off in other ways. The energy is really where it starts.
Free throws keeping us in the game.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Otherwise, this game would definitely be more of a blowout.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Just absolute domination in this one for Butler. 18 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. Pau Gasol is out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Goodwin in at the small forward.
Really good.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Rose kicks to Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 16 points for Pau Gasol.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Love, no luck. The Bulls leading by 5. Good looking screen by Gasol. Rose attacking again, Chicago.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here is Hill, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Irving against Rose.
No way.
Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
You got to put in work with Kyrie.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. They set the pick. Smith outside. Three-pointer. The shot is off. The Bulls leading by 5. Goodwin kicks to Rose. Here's Olynyk. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dishes to Love. From past the arc. Cleveland gets it back. The kick out to Hill. The second chance effort. And it's good on the way in. Hill's got 8 points.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
I want me to be the best.
Rose passes to Gasol.
I look at it as a challenge, though.
He dishes it to Butler.
Not going to 2 games.
They set the screen. He feeds it to Goodwin. Trying his luck deep. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Goodwin's got his second bucket of the game to go. Outside Irving. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Cavaliers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And the technical free throw is good. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago.
Now I'll call timeout next possession.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Irving. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. 2 on the clock. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Bulls leading by 5. Mirotic sets the screen for Rose. Here's Goodwin, and it's sent back by Irving. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And the wide open shot from Rose.
No way.
Rebound by Smith. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And here's Love for 3. And that one's good.
Three's half.
Love's got 18 points in the game.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Rose can't get that one to fall. For Cleveland, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Feeds it to Smith. For the lead, another 3.
Let's go.
And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Rose. Butler kicks to Mirotic. To the wing on the left. Here's Goodwin. And again, Chicago. No good. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on an 11-3 run. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Irving against Rose. Irving dishes to Dedmon. And the dunk to finish it off.
Get in my poster.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Get in my poster. You can't dodge from a poster.
Bulls trail by 3. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Goodwin, good.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Cleveland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
We're going to protect the paint. Change the point of emphasis. At this point, I'm putting in Snell, and I'm going to actually put in Boyd, just spread the floor a little bit. Get JR some rest.
Pass to Snell. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Olenek's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. Well, he holds the reins to this team, and we're seeing some examples, guys.
And that's the kind of take-charge leadership that every team desperately needs.
Chicago making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Now, here is Irving. Love, right side. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 20 points for Love.
Just so many lead changes. Nobody's held an advantage for long.
Well, the runs have just been traded back and forth all game long. Man, I'm enjoying this. Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. After the Bulls pick up 2. It's stolen by Rose. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Butler. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
No good from Irving.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation.
All right, Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and switch
the next time out.
How about the night Derrick Rose is having?
See this lineup to do.
He's got 8 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
This is his first free throw of the game.
He was extremely sharp at the free throw line in their last outing.
And it helped them get a narrow win. They needed every one of those points he got from the line.
A different look now for Cleveland. Luke Babbitt comes in for Kevin Love. And Harris subbed in for Tony Snell. And a change for the Bulls. Brooks checked in. He's off on the second. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Irving with the ball. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. Irving kicks to Harris. Back to Irving. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Evan Fournier is checked in for Derrick Rose. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Mirotic has got 10 points. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's Babbitt. 9 points in the game so far. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Vujacic.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here's Fournier, guarded by Harris. Goes up on the high post. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Somebody's open.
Babbitt from long range. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 8th assist in the game. Now, Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion. And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Fans, you gotta get loud. Come on, let's have a round of applause for the Cavalier girls.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Mirotic. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Irving attacking. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
But I guess. Oh, got him.
And so it's Cleveland with it. They trail by 3.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Brooks outside.
No way.
And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Irving drives in. Good. Irving's got 9 points.
That is really poor defensive awareness. I mean, he's one guy you don't want to give any space to. You've got to stay attached and connected.
Now here's Brooks. Pulls it from the elbow. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Brooks, and they're running. Nice shot by Portis.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Irving drives in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That went on Olynyk.
Good game for Irving. 9 points and 8 dimes. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Not to mention just the overall fundamentals that he's put on display here today.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Chicago. Irving against Brooks. Here's Mirotic. Banked in off the...
Kevin Love in that position.
The glass. Mirotic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kyrie Irving. And Chicago also making a switch. Butler, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Love in the post. He's up against Gasol. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Kevin Love.
Perfect approach for what the D was showing on that possession.
Brooks outside. Shot from the wing. Offensive rebound. Mirotic passes to Brooks. The second chance effort. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. Brooks setting a pick for Mirotic. Now the feed to Butler. The 10-footer. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Dellavedova. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bulls lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter.
We gotta make our push now.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Luke Babbitt is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Harris. Then it's Vujacic. And it's Dellavedova in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Vujacic dishes to Love. 4 on the shot clock. He faded back on that one to give himself some room. Love's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Cavs. Rose passes to Gasol. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Paul Gasol.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Portis. The offensive rebound. Butler kicks to Gasol. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Now here's Love. On the money with the open jumper. Love's got 15 points in just the second half.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the charts.
Now here's Rose. He's guarded closely, and he banks in the layup. And the Bulls lead by 4. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Dellavedova kicks to Babbitt. Jacks up a 3. No luck. And the Bulls going the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's Goodwin missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Love dishes to Harris. This one for 3. Count that one.
You've got to be in his jersey before he catches. You've got to deny him a catch. Otherwise, he'll hurt you from deep.
Butler kicks to Rose. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the 4th.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Now, here's Butler. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down. Over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there, Greg, to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Love. Tony Snell comes in for Luke Babbitt. Solomon Hill is checked in for Sasha Vujacic. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Harris. And the Cavaliers call time here. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits at this point of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade and replenish your energy for the late game push.
What was that? Arby's got that triple brown bacon.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Dellavedova. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Chicago calls timeout.
Fans, you gotta get loud. Come on, let's have a round of applause for the Cavalier girls.
We stop, though. We need to put the pressure on Chicago.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Shots good by Butler.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Dellavedova. He kicks it to Smith. Out to the wing. Cleveland moving the ball around.
Oh, that was a mistake.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Here's Olynyk. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 8th assist in the game. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Hill kicks to Dedmon. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Dellavedova. There's the screen. The dish now to Hill. To tie it up. And it's Smith missing. Chicago has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And it's Goodwin missing. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Dellavedova. From deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. That's a 2 from Butler. And right on target. Good. Butler's got 12 points here in the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Dellavedova kicks to Dedmon. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
For the Cavaliers, Love's check in for Tony Snell. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Good on both. The Bulls leading by 3. Rose kicks to Gasol. Goodwin passes to Olynyk.
Check out the game for Olynyk. He's got 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
And that one falls for Olynyk.
This is a positive trend for him, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. And that's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
But making it a 2-possession game was what was important on that trip to the line.
Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, we got to push this game out.
Olynyk dishes to Butler. And the rejection by Love. Smith kicks to Love. 3-pointer. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Olynyk.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the 3-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Good on the second free throw. Makes it, and he continues to shoot well from the line.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
And stolen by Irving. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. He throw good one.
Looking at the game for Goodwin, he's got 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Rose against Irving. Inside. Layup off the pick. And it's Goodwin. That time on the assist by Rose.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Irving drives in for 3. Love. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Not hit threes,
Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And that one's good.
No way.
Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. On the wing, Irving, defended by Butler. On the left block, Irving passes to Dedmon, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
I'm about to fold under pressure.
5 to shoot. Here's Irving. Rebound by Rose.
Oh,
Rose has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Gasol. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Olynyk can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's Hill penetrating. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Looking at the game for Hill, he's got 8 points and a block.
That free throw.
Are you kidding me?
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
They really could have used a perfect trip to the line there. Instead, they're still down 2 possessions.
Cleveland foul call.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's Love. Back to Irving. The 3. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Butler dishes to Rose. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Love the pass to Perry, and stolen by Butler. One-on-one here. And it's Goodwin missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
That's good.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Rose. Look at that. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Irving kicks to Love. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Gasol. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backups. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production. He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
And it's good. One through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, my goodness. This is some cheese right now. That's a 10-point lead.
Here's Irving.
We got it. A 3 or so point.
Fires the three.
That's money.
Offensive rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now Rose, following the three-point attempt by Kevin Love. Goodwin kicks to Rose. Lets it fly from 18. Shot is no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Love dishes to Irving. Down low. Here's Perry. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Chicago's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Rose kicks to Olynyk. And there's the pass to Goodwin. Here's the screen. Olynyk sets a screen for Butler. Passes it to Olynyk. Inside. Here's Mirotic. And the rejection by Love. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Welcome, fans, to the FIBA qualifying round.
Just 2 to shoot. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Shooting in Cleveland.
Good on both.
Thank you, Cleveland!
And he commits the intentional foul.
Man, we could have just trapped him, man. We didn't have to foul.
It's the first that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Irving kicks to Love. Three-pointer. Rebound by Olynyk.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Kicks it to Rose.
Well, it's a 2-game losing streak.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. And in the
couldn't
win,
hit threes.
a comfortable win
That was
in what
the
was,
name
I
of the
think,
game.
a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yeah, I should have
Well,
went to
Pal,
the paint more.
congratulations on the win here. How satisfying is this victory for you and the team?
It was satisfying just
I
because
got
we got
guys
a great, another
wide
great win.
open
And the way we've been playing lately,
knocked
it's been,
down.
I think it's just been great, and we just got to keep the momentum going.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Yeah, we gotta. I think we got Golden State at home. Or we going to Golden
Welcome
State?
back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quick Jimmy Butler.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way.
35,
I know
5,
there's 10
and
players
6.
on the court.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Love had 36, 16. Kyrie's shooting performance just didn't help. I mean, As much as I be trying to use JR just don't be shooting that well anymore. I might trade. I've been getting trade offers. I don't know. I'll probably do it off screen, but defensively it just ain't there. So I might promote Jonathan Simmons up. He's younger, a little bit more athletic. So we'll see. Tony Snell ain't do squat. You're not really ain't using that much, but it's more for defensive purposes. It just didn't do nothing for me defensively. So I don't know, man. The way we look today, man. I mean, we shot 49% from the field and shot 20 like 3-pointers. Killed us. I mean, there's just no other way around it. Well, live and learn. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the stream. Sucks I couldn't get the dub, but hey, it is what it is. We're on a 2-game losing streak. We're 11-3. Still hold first place in the conference and the division, so that's good. Fortunately, we got Golden State coming into town. Miami's right behind us. I'm definitely excited for that game because they gave me a fun series in the playoffs, and it was the 8th seed. You guys see right now they're right behind me, so it's a tie right now for first place, followed by New York Celtics, Chicago, Hornets, Magic, and the Pacers. And we lost to the Pacers already. I guess I'll show you guys the Western Conference as well. On the Western side, so OKC, Spurs, Utah, Minnesota, Los Angeles, LA, Sacramento, Memphis, Houston. I'll just kind of scroll down for you guys. So, I mean, definitely teams improved a lot. Miami's just right on my coattails. So, hopefully, in the playoffs this year, I'll meet them in the Eastern Conference Finals. Because that's what looks like it might happen. And then we'll go from there. Lost my last 10 games, 7 out of 3. I'm on a 2-game losing streak. Just, I don't know. We gotta get it together though. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. Like I said, I'll probably try to do taking live stream for you guys later on in the day, or yeah, sometime later on in the day possibly. I'll do 5 fights, but I'll try to do 10 fights. But we'll see how it goes, see how I feel. Other than that, you guys have a good day. Enjoy it. Peace.